Hi guys, in this video I am going to show you the cards we're going to be making at the May 15th class. I'm going to show you some of the techniques, hopefully undo some of my bloopers that I made in the videos, and also explain some of the extra items you're going to need. So let me flip this camera around and we can get started. All right. So the three cards I have chosen are this Flirty Flamingo card, and that's the inside. The Seaside Spray card with this on the inside, and the Sahara Sand card, which is watercolored, and that's on the inside. Super pretty. I'm super happy with the way they all came out. Such a versatile set and so many fun things you can do. For the Flirty Flamingo card, it is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 with scored at 4 1/4. The designer paper is 4 by 5. Opal rounds are used throughout the card, and the pearlescent paper. In that pearlescent paper, you get 2 sheets of 12 by 12 paper for $4. Out of that package, I was able to get 12 pieces. Additionally, I used this fine art ribbon, which was like the Sahara color with a little bit of gold flecking. I used a Tombow glue, a sponge, silicone mat, and all my Seaside Shell goodies. The stamp set, the dies, etc. And additionally, a blooper I had in that video was I forgot to show you how I made the tag. This is the lovely label Pick-a-Punch, and it comes with 2 punching options. And what you do is you cut your piece of paper either 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, or 1/2 inch, and then you put it into the punch. I always like to put mine through the back so I can see. Flip it over, get a good visual of where you're placing your paper, and punch, and that's how you get your edge. I haven't made anything with the 3/4, so we're going to do that together. Let's see how that looks. Pretty. So just picture you could punch on either side and have a nice embellishment tag as well. So there's the 3/4 piece, and here's the 1/2. Let's see what that looks like. Looks like for the 1/2, you just punch the edge. Super cute. And this piece, when I cut mine, let me see, mine was at the 1 inch. I think I did 1 by 3 and then just trimmed it down. Inside your package, you will get the pre-folded Flirty Flamingo, the tag, and the pearlescent paper, your designer paper, and the ribbon for your bow. The next card is the Seaside Spray card. Like I mentioned in the video, a lot of these items are retiring. I'm kind of sad about the Seaside Spray paper. It's such a beautiful blue. Maybe next time they do a color revamp, maybe we'll get it back. But anyway, this card base is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5.5. My mat was Smoky Slate at 4 by 5 1/4. And then my top layer is Seaside Spray at 3 3/4 by 5, and that's what I embossed with my folder. My faux bow is 2 pieces of the Seaside Spray ribbon, 6 1/4 and 5, approximately 2 pieces. For the ink for this card, I use Seaside Spray to ink up the embossed image, Smoky Slate for my words, Basic Gray for my words, and Smoky Slate for my words, Basic Gray for my words, and Smoky Slate for my words, Basic Gray for my words, and Smoky Slate 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 for my Seaside Spray ink as well. I also use blending brushes. And, excuse me, that was wrong. I use Seaside Spray to ink up the seashells and Smoky Slate and Basic Gray for the words. And inside your envelope with that one, you're going to get your Smoky Slate paper, your piece for your faux bow, your 2 pieces of ribbon. I explained to you guys punching out the tailored tag, so you're going to get 2. You'll remember that from the video in case you make a mistake. And then here is your Seaside Spray top layer. And then the last card is my favorite. This one is watercolored. I know you hear me say all the time how much I love watercoloring, and I really do. And this paper is so forgiving. For this card, I did Sahara Sand as my card base, 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. In retrospect, this is Sahara Sand ink. It probably would look better with a little bit darker of a color. The designer paper from the Seashell set was 4 by 5 1/4. My watercolor paper, I had approximately a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch piece, and then we cut it with the large Seaside die. I also sent you guys extra watercolor paper. We'll talk about that in a minute. The ink colors, I used the re-inkers when I made my card, but you can use stamp pads. For my ink colors, I use Sahara Sand, Flirty Flamingo, Highland Heather, So Saffron, Pool Party, Mint Macaron, and Just Jade. And I use the Opal Gems as well. Here is another one that I added the Wink of Stella on to give it a little bit of bling. And this one, I think I applied too much, but I did some gilded leafing just to try it. So there's lots of options. So again, this is the cards. Oh, sorry, and I didn't show you the Sahara Sand pieces. So this is what you can expect. You're going to get 2 extra pieces of watercolor paper. You will get your Sahara Sand card base, cardstock, and then the pre-cut piece. Okay, and some additional things you may want to have on hand, or you should have on hand, are some Tombow glue, dimensionals, your Wink of Stella, whatever adhesive you like to make your cards with. Also some tear and tape, your silicone mat, some water painters, some stamping spritzers, and either stamping blocks or your stamping platform. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a text or an email or a call. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing what you create. Thanks. See you soon.